Right guys, starting the vlog off today, got a haircut which I'm actually really happy with, to be fair. So started the trip off with a buzz cut and then kind of decided that I wanted it a little bit longer, but definitely not as long as I used to have it. And I think this is probably like the perfect medium. So yeah, 300 baht for a haircut, and this is right outside Go Gym. So the place is called, I think it's called Bank Da Cuts. Guy's super nice in there, so if any of you guys are coming to Chiang Mai, I'd recommend it. Just like a staple, solid, affordable haircut basically. So yeah, just at the gym here, going to be training chest today, which I'm absolutely buzzing for, to be fair. Got to take the moped back, which I'm a little bit late for. If I get fined, I get fined. At the end of the day, I'm not going to rush a fucking chest session for anyone. So yeah, let's get into it, people. I'm going to have a good long warm up. Yeah, got my electrolytes, all that boring stuff. Yeah, should be good. Sun's shining. Last day in Chiang Mai today, so this will be my last workout here for a little while. Probably going to take a rest day tomorrow because it'll be flights and ferries, and I won't get to the place until pretty late, so it'll be a good time for me to take a rest day. And I haven't actually had a rest day the whole time I've been here in Chiang Mai, which has been, you know, over like 4 weeks. So yeah, not opposed to that. But anyway, let me get into the warm up and then we'll start off with some heavy chest press incline. Right, so I'm going to be starting with incline bench press. Probably 90% of my chest sessions, maybe even 99% of them, will be started with this. So yeah, basically getting ready to go straight into it, guys. I've got basically like 2 20s and a 10-ish. These are 20.4 kilos and that's 11.4. So when you add up like the slight increment increases from all 6 plates that I've got on there, it does add up a little bit. So I did work out last chest day, but it's about sort of like at least 4 kg heavier than if I was to put that kind of equivalent looking plates on in the UK, just because they're in American, like, you know, 45 pounds rather than actually a strict 20 kg. On the side there, this is a 25 pound, which is, yeah, 11.3. So basically, guys, I'm going to be doing this for the first set and then I'll probably drop it back down, which has been like the theme of the last few chest days. But if it feels good, then I will stick on it for a few more. But usually it's just one set on here to kind of gauge my strength and just make sure I'm retaining it, basically. And then the remaining sets, I'm only dropping by a very small amount, but just helps me get the reps up a little bit higher. Just had watermelon, water and black coffee and then a Red Bull today, so probably less than a couple 100 calories for sure. But it is only like 3 PM, whereas usually I train at about 7, so I'm just as hungry though. Right, let's get ready for this first set then. Alright, not bad at all, but definitely lost a lot of strength on that over the last kind of month or so, I'd say. However, I do feel that if I was on a Smith machine with a wider bar and it was an angled Smith machine and I had like a heavy pre-workout meal a few hours before, and really fucking, like, you know, had a crazy sleep the night before, but mainly like it's environmental. So I love this gym, have not got a problem with doing incline pressing there, because at the end of the day it's working my chest, in my opinion, like exactly the same way. I don't find it uncomfortable to press flat, I just find it more comfortable to press at incline, so I would be stronger on there. But yeah, definitely going to drop it for the next one. I probably won't record loads of sets today. It'll be probably one more on here with a lower weight, maybe max 2, and then I don't even know if I'm going to do some shoulder press today. I might just go for accessories for shoulders and chest, but yeah, we'll see. Second set going down here. First set I wasn't too pleased with the weight on that one, to be fair. I can't lie, I didn't mention it in that clip because I don't want to complain straight after the set, but I didn't have a good initial grip on the bar, so leading into this set I'm going to make sure that that's not a problem again. I rarely have like non-perfect working sets on bench, and when I say perfect I just mean like not perfect form, but like perfect in the way that I'm trying to execute it. So I won't often leave a set and think, oh, I wish I did that differently, or like, obviously there'll be times that I wish I could lift more, but it's just, at least I've done the best of my ability. But that one, but yeah, I feel like with that one, if I had a better setup, it would have gone a little bit differently perhaps. So either way, let's use that fucking energy and send the shit to the fucking ceiling, boy. I'm gonna have a fucking extra large whiff of that ammonia, I'll tell you that now. Get it fucking going. Yeah, boy. That's why I like it. That was fucking perfect. Very happy with that. Good redemption set. So, rest now. I'm gonna send that for definitely one more, maybe 2 sets, we'll see. But I won't bother recording anymore. So, next clip will be whatever the next exercise is. Yeah. Right, I thought I may as well just record this last one because this is a bit of a different angle. And that last set put me in a really fucking good mood, so I can be bothered to set up the camera again. That'll do. Take it. Not the strongest sets on bench press, but have dropped weight. This morning this morning I was 214.8 pounds, so yeah, we're dropping. Right, so we've got the shoulder press secured here. I wasn't going to do this like for certain, but after walking over, I actually don't feel that like overly fatigued from doing that incline press. Enough that I've done those 3 sets and I'm happy to move on, but sometimes that's enough pressing for me, basically, simple as that. So yeah, I'm happy to do a few sets on here. I might just do 2, I'll see. Right shoulder is feeling like not 100% healthy, but just something to kind of be cautious of. It's really not an issue at all. Like, I don't feel it at all on that chest press. It's just when I'm having to kind of pin my shoulders back like that quite far, it's not the most comfortable. So probably should do some extra stretching at the end rather than just a warm up. So I'll try and remember that, and if I do find a good routine, I'll let you guys know what that is. But yeah, pretty much for this one, I'm just going to be doing the full stack for like a good 15 reps, I'd say. But I'm trying to do them really slow, so the last like 5 reps are probably going to be partials. But see how we get on with this one. Lighting's a bit all over the place here. When it's dark and nighttime, because it's kind of one consistent colour, I can adjust the brightness quite well. But in here, if it's daytime and the sun and then the clouds come in a bit, it's just very difficult. So trying my best, but you have to make do with that. Right, so let's get this set going. Okay. Overall, a decent set. Nothing to write home about, but we'll be good for one more. I don't think I'll do 3 on there. Just not really necessary. Yeah, I just feel like I get more benefit from doing a few sets on the, like a few more sets on the lateral raise machine. So you could argue that I could do both, and I have done in the last few sessions, but I just find that if I do force myself to do another 2 sets and then do chest and then do shoulders a bit more, that's just going to take away from my overall energy, and also like my just kind of how amped up I am, you know, how motivated I am and like switched on, mentally focused, ready to do that set. You know, that is going to deplete as you go through the session. So yeah, one more. I won't record it, but I'll get a good set in, same as the last one. So 15 reps slow, and then 5 just super quick partials where I'm literally only coming up like, you know, probably 5-10 centimeters just to get that partial rep in on the delt. So yeah, not bad so far, but definitely really starting to feel this diet at the moment. So it'll be interesting to see how I respond the first week being in the south of Thailand, because I do think I'll actually be doing more cardio, kind of, I guess you could call it second-hand cardio. So I haven't actually heard people say it before, but I'm sure it's been coined before, because like primary cardio for me is like what I'm intentionally doing. So like my treadmill, my seated bike, things like that. Or like if I was to do like a timed walk every morning, like in the past I have done, like, you know, say 20 minutes walk outside. It's just that where I'm here, there's not really any good routes to walk, and if you do want to walk, you kind of have to get on a moped to go there first. So at that point I may as well just go to the gym and then like do what I want to do later, because when I do it at the gym as well, I'm also able to do a live stream or do some editing, which I can't do if I'm like walking on a road very easily. So trying to fit it into your schedule is important, but secondary cardio I would phrase as more kind of just extra stuff, like if you walk to the shops or if you go on a dog walk, things like that. So that sort of stuff I think I'll be doing a lot more, because, you know, there's more walkable paths, there's more beaches, there's more reason to be outside, out and about, and you know, commuting via foot with my top off while getting a tan versus driving on a moped somewhere. So yeah, that's my plan anyway, and I think, I'm hoping anyway, that the combination of the increase in what I'm calling secondary cardio and also the increase in sun exposure and tan, etc., which makes a huge difference, because when I'm in this part of the dieting phase, usually I'd be a lot more tan. So yeah, I know I probably do go on about that a lot, but genuinely, like, if you don't have a tan and then you go and get a tan, it will completely change your fucking life. So yeah, that will improve my like actual visual aesthetics, which then gets you more motivated, for me anyway. Like if I'm just relaxed and I'm tanned, I look better. And then if I go to the gym and actually get a pump, everything's more visible, the cuts are more visible, more vascular. So yeah, should be fucking great. So yeah, I'm not going to record this next set, people, but after this we'll go do some accessories. Okay, chest flies next. Nothing special about these, people. It's a very good, stable chest exercise. That's pretty much enough said. Can do dumbbells, but I think machine flies are absolutely the best. So full stack, maximum weight. Let's fucking throw it about. Okay, good stuff, people. 2 more. I'm not going to record these, but after this we're going to go do some seated lateral raises, and that'll be a good end to the session today. And then we'll get a pose down going, and then time for me to do some cardio. Yeah, we're getting there. Alright, so next up, the trusty seated lateral raise machine. You guys will probably know how much I love these, and I think that they are so much better with handles. My local gym at home does have a variation, but it's just pads, which I just think doesn't hit the same at all. I don't ever use it, to be honest, anymore. So this is my favorite shoulder exercise, basically. I'm gonna do at least 3 sets. I've done a warm-up set. There'll be lots of partial reps on here as well. Let's go. Right, nice. Another 2 sets on here. I'll record 1 more and then final set I'll get done. Right, so second set's coming up in just a second. I don't need much rest on these, to be honest with you. 1.5 minutes will do me. So yeah, let's go for it. Good. Right, let me get this last set done and then we'll get a fucking pose down going. Right guys, all finished with that session there. It was a pretty good session, I won't lie, it was a good one. It wasn't like perhaps as good as some of the rest ones that I've had. I think that's just a case of feeling pretty depleted today. Yeah, but sometimes that's just the case. But obviously, like, my standard of a good session is gonna be very, very high. So like, that's still a great fucking session, basically. Nothing was bad about it in particular. So we're just gonna get a quick pose down going. To be honest, I'm not expecting anything crazy because basically pump just doesn't feel insane. Yeah, just feel like really flat. I know you hear people say that a lot probably, but anyway, hopefully abs can cheer me up. But like, I should not be looking this pale. There's no need for me to be this pale at all. So like, the leanness has come in, but when the pump's not there and when you're looking pale, it's just not the one. I'd much rather have 5 pounds more of fat but be fucking super brown. So last exercise I just finished with was shoulders. So they should be more pumped, basically, which makes sense. Yeah, short pose down today. Right, that'll do, people. I'm all depleted. I'm gonna go do my cardio now, but super excited to get to the south of Thailand tomorrow. We've got, I mean, actually, I'm not gonna tell you guys what we've got coming up for the gyms because it'll be a nice surprise, but you know, just a few of the kind of key islands that you guys will probably hear about. And I haven't actually researched any of the gyms, but best believe I'll be finding the best ones out there and getting a crazy fucking session in at each one of them. So yeah, appreciate you guys watching, and as always, the only way is up.